new features in Sportsbox is the ability to monitor and swing monitor yourself. Now, what that's good for is your coach can set you goals, can set you targets for certain variables that you're looking for in your golf swing. If you have too much pelvis sway, you can have it up on the screen, your camera's set up in front of you, and you can monitor the pelvis sway as you're swinging. The data will pop up on the screen. What this is really, really good for is when your coach isn't there with you and you're practicing, you have the ability to make sure that you're doing things that he wants you to do or that she wants you to do in your lesson, okay, away from the lesson. So when you're out there and you're practicing and you're just aimlessly hitting balls, okay, if you had your tripod set up and you had the swing monitor feature there in front of you, you're looking at yourself, you do a swing, you hit it, you see the data, you know what you need to practice. A lot of the time, we're too subjective when we look at videos in 2D that we're not looking at stuff in 3D and understanding how the body's working and how we're moving, okay? So that's one thing that, one of many things that Sportsbox is really, really good for is you now have the ability to monitor everything that you're doing in your practice. Now, this is key to making you get better, right? There's no doubt about it, because if you're not monitoring your practice, if you're not making sure you're doing the things that your coach wants you to do, you're going to go back to that lesson next time and you're going to be doing the same thing again. It's going to be rinse and repeat. Now, if you have the ability to look at yourself and monitor yourself in 3D, understanding what the data means, understanding what you're looking for, you will have a much, much better opportunity to get your golf better, okay? I'm going to show you the swing monitor feature in more detail right now.
So this is me going through Sportsbox here, showing you how to use the swing monitor feature. So I'm going through selecting which club I'm hitting, and then the camera's facing you and it tells you what you need to do.
Player detected, swing when ready.
So as it says there, player detected, swing when ready. I'm inside that box there. Swing away, swing detected. It then analyzes it. It takes a couple seconds to analyze it. Goes through and gives you the data that you are looking for. So here I had a chest turn, pelvis turn, sway.
Move to your right.
You can change the data points. This is the really key point. It then tells you everything you need to do. Move left, move right. Swing detected. Go away again. It analyzes and it goes through and it gives you everything that you need. This is really important, and it's something that you and your coach can do when you're practicing.
Swing when ready.
If you're not near your coach, okay? He can set you data points. He can change which parameters here, which data points he wants you to look at. He wants you to look at, or she, sorry, would want you to look at pelvis sway, impact, chest sway. From here, you are monitoring your practice efficiently. You're not just looking at a 2D video of your golf swing. You're going back, you're having a look, you're seeing, okay, on that one, I turned the chest too much,
into the camera frame.
turned the pelvis too much. So I'm then making sure that everything I'm doing and everything I'm looking at is monitored and is actually effective practice. When you use this feature, and what I find when I use this feature a lot, is it keeps students accountable. And not only that, it makes you understand what you're looking for in your golf swing and takes you away from going at a camera and helps you stick towards feels more often, shall we say. So here's another one that's just going through the analysing process here. And we're getting through it. And after this swing, I decided that, okay, I needed to reduce the chest turn. I needed to reduce the pelvis turn to the top of backswing.
Swing when ready.
So as you see here, I've reduced the pelvis turn by a little bit. But the main thing I was looking at after I changed the data points then was I was looking at chest sway, impact, and pelvis sway. This is important for me when I'm looking at hitting fades, for instance. Once you've done this part is me then reviewing my session afterwards. So I go back in, I can click each individual shot. I can see what each individual shot done. I can review each parameter I want to look at, and I can see obviously my 2D video versus the 3D representation there on Sportsbox. You can go through, like I just said, you can select any swing from your session. You can review how you've done. You can review what the swing looks like. You can also review what the data is telling you. You can then go through, as I've showed here, and see what your data looks like in terms of versus the tour values and things like that, and the tour norms and the tour averages. So I wanted to go through here and have a look at the pelvis turn function. So I went through and I had a look at the pelvis turn, what that looked like, and what that looked like with the rest of the data that I might not have seen when I was doing the swing monitor session.